So now we're misogynists. We're also racist. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So here we are in the aftermath of the election. Kamala Harris lost. The Democratic Party lost. And they lost resoundingly. The American people have handed Donald Trump the White House, the House, as well as the Senate. And for some reason, we have news pundits saying now that Latino, I'm going to use that word. I don't like that word, but I'm going to use their terms, their terminology. That Latinos, that Latino men are misogynists. They don't place value on women. They're not going to be told what to do by women. And yet in Mexico, they have a woman as president. Then they say it's racism. It always strikes me as pretty odd when white liberals speak for people of color, speak for minorities, speak as though they know what it's like to be jacked up because of the color of your skin, to be followed around stores because of the color of your skin. Trips me out. They really want us to believe that they understand those things. And the crazy thing is, we don't make excuses. We don't blame those things. There's some that do. I don't. But they'll do it as if they were subjected to it. No. They want to pull on emotions. But you see, now look at, we were supposed to overlook what's going on in the world around us and just believe the lies again. Every 4 years, they would come out with a new batch of lies. And we were supposed to just suck it all up. That's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to just be like, yeah, you know what? Everything going on around me is not really true. Or if it is true, it's Donald Trump's fault, even though he hasn't been in office. You know, I've talked about my journey, being incarcerated for decades and realizing the truth behind the liberal party, the Democratic Party. And now Kamala Harris, who couldn't answer a single question, she couldn't unburden herself of what was as far as her life. She couldn't answer a question. We kept hearing about manicured lawns of her neighbors and how her mother saved up enough money. Who cares? Answer a question. Every time she was asked something, she made up some story or blamed Donald Trump. No. Answer the question. What are you going to do? What was she going to do? What was she going to put in motion and put in place that was going to separate herself from that wreck of an administration that she was a part of? She couldn't answer that. And the fact that she couldn't answer, the inability to give us an idea of what she was going to do different than the administration she was a part of, the inability to do that led people to vote to bring things back in order. And now what are the mouthpieces and the liberal media, the mainstream media doing? They're pushing the raza farther away. It is you. How dare you, Latinos? Think for yourselves. How dare you not buy into the propaganda? How dare you realize what's going on in your life around you? You're supposed to believe what they tell you. You know, they have gone so far to the left that they're going to go deeper to the left. it's not good for our nation for everyone to have to just say, you know what, I'm only going to believe in one party. It is good for our nation to have different options. There really isn't anymore. There really isn't more than one option. There's only one party. And really, even then, I don't know. I don't know what is in store for this nation. When people saw Kamala, her inability to answer a question, when they know what her track record is, when we know that, I mean, come on, can you guys just with an open mind go and look at Candace Owens? The things that she has exposed about Kamala Harris's own life story, her own book, the thing that she tells, the fact that she put a woman in a picture with her in her book and said that that was her grandmother, but her grandmother had passed away before she was born. And her grandmother was not the same ethnicity of the person that was in that picture. The willingness to say whatever in order to just get you to believe her. It's amazing. I hope the Democratic Party can find some candidates that can get more into the center. Get away from all that crazy stuff, man. Bring somebody up that's more to the center, that has great ideas for this nation, for this country. This right here, calling Latinos, even blacks, they call black men and Latino men misogynists because they didn't vote the way the mainstream media wanted. So now you're going to push them to the right. Congratulations. You lost them. And then to say that Latino men, to put that on a national platform, that Latino men are racist, misogynists, because they didn't vote your way. Yeah, it has nothing to do with who she is, who she was here in California when she had her job here in California. Had nothing to do with that, right? Had nothing to do with the fact that she was part of an administration that has devastated the average family, living paycheck to paycheck, barely. Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. Yeah, because we're too stupid to pay attention to what's going on in our homes. We're supposed to believe what you tell us from your news studio, millionaires. I hope more raza, I hope more blacks, I hope more people, more Americans will look at who is really the party of the 1%. How many billionaires in this country are liberals, are Democrats, are registered Democrats? How many billionaires, how many millionaires in this country are registered Democrats? Can we get to some truths? Because see, when you get on a national platform, mainstream media, and you target Latino men and black men, and you place labels on us, because see, that's what you guys are good for. Everything is about race for the Democrats. You know why? Because it causes emotional outbreaks, emotional outbursts, and emotional reactions. Unfortunately for you guys, this time, it wasn't the reaction you wanted, and now you're going to just double down on it. You're never going to learn, man. You lost me a long time ago. I will never vote for a Democrat. Can't say that. I will never be a believer in the policies, but I will always vote for who's best for this nation. I don't care what party it is. I am a conservative. But if there's somebody that if they can find anybody that would be right for this nation, I would vote for him. I want the best candidate. I'm 50 years old. I don't know how much time I have left, but I have a child. I love this country. Stop with all this, the rhetoric, the propaganda that foments violence. Stop with that stuff, man. Can we just say, okay, the election's over, it didn't go your way, or hey, it did go your way, and let's get back to being American and making this country as great as we can? Can we do that? And then in 4 years, when there's another election, vote your conscience. And then the day after, you have to accept it and start over. But I do have to say that as a conservative, it is not surprising what Joe Scarborough said and what other people are regurgitating, alienating minorities. Throwing a temper tantrum that's going to cost you in the long run. You think you're going to disrespect people and label them misogynists and racist, and they're going to vote for who you want next time? Do you think that's how it works? We're not battered wives. We're free thinkers. And you didn't like that. That's my video for the day, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. God bless America, man.